Hey, this is Zoe Williams of the Voice of Reason and Zoe What Morning shows here at Dash Radio. Listen, everybody on YouTube, you guys have been a tremendous support for my shows, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in every week and, participating. But I'm serious than a mug. We need your help on the GoFundMe campaign. We really want to do the VOR radio network, and I'm asking you personally, each and every one of you, we're over nearly 24,000 strong here on the channel. We need you to support by donating. Just click that little button down there and it'll take you directly to the GoFundMe campaign. It's gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. Anything you can do is greatly appreciated. It continues our movement. It continues our forward progress. And I appreciate you all who have already donated. If you can do it again, I thank you so much. Thanks again. Zoe What? I'm out.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason. Now you already know. The Voice of Reason, Friday edition, DASHTALK-Radio. Hey man, this is a caller-driven show, so I need you to call in. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. We've got another incredible topic. Before I even get to the topic, I gotta promote some things. The relationship dismount. I'm sending out packages tomorrow. All right? I got some orders that came in this week. I'll be sending out those packages tomorrow. There are 155 copies, physical copies remaining. Frank, pull up the website. Show the people how to get to those my website and how to buy the book and all of that. The relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship. 12 chapters. It's a relationship workbook. Exercises at the end of every chapter. It's not a game. And then the follow-up to the relationship dismount is coming. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Man, oh, Manischewitz. The holographic relationship. A deeper look at the connection between consciousness, God, and intimacy. This one right here, if you thought the relationship dismount was ridiculous, we're going to have to replace dick with cock and make this one ridiculous. I mean, this book is another level, I promise you. We're in the process right now of editing it. If you want to pre-order it, you can just go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com. Frank, show them the process on how to pre-order the holographic relationship, and we're good. What else must I promote? Hey. Come on. Yeah. And, we just jump right into a party. That's how this works. Y'all don't act like y'all don't feel those beats.
I do not feel the beats.
Yes, you do.
I can't hear the beats.
That's the white side of you. Oh, where's her help?
Definitely the white side, though. I'm on the white side every time. I miss the beat every time.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to promote, and I want to promote black businesses as well. The best way to do that is to go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com, click Community Empowerment. We have over 35 different businesses that I'm promoting. So go over there, find a business. There's clothing, there's computing, there's web design. The brother, speaking of web design, Triumph Beyond Designs is the brother who designed my website. Black-owned business, young brother, author, nationally renowned spoken word artist, married, young couple, out there doing real things. Jarrell Whitfield. Is it Whitfield or Whitefield?
Whitfield. Like Lynn Whitfield. That's how a distant cousin is.
It's a cousin. The Whitefields and the Whitfields. Yeah. They're cousins. Well, he's a brother. And him and his wife, man, remarkable people. TriumphBeyondDesigns.com did my website. The website is lit. Go support the brother. What else must I... Hey. This you must do. I'm going to be in Joshua Tree in June. June 9th through the 11th. soulofthedesert.us. Support that movement. I will be there. It's going to be hot monkey lava. It's going to be a real situation. I'm doing relationship counseling and coaching and retreating and all of this stuff. Veronica Conway will be there. Professor Griff. It's so many people that's going to be there. I can't say all of their names. But just know it's yoga and meditation and... You know, it's going to be a gang of sage smoke. It's just a gang of smudging going. It's going to be fresh. Trust me. Go to the website right now. soulofthedesert.us. June 9th through the 11th. Zoe Williams is in the building. Suited and booted. Well, I guess I've promoted enough. You see our beautiful panel. Yeah, you're beautiful too, Joelle.
Gorgeous. Yes,
like, what's wrong with Joelle? Joelle is like...
gorgeous.
She like the cute little bully. Like the little quiet bully.
Cute bully.
Like, who you calling cute, nigga?
I know I'm cute. But for real.
Who you calling beautiful? Well, hey, you're beautiful. Okay, cool. I ain't gonna call you beautiful.
I didn't say anything.
As soon as I said you was beautiful, your face turned up.
No, I was just like looking. I was just like, you know.
Who is he talking to? He ain't talking to me. I slapped that nigga. Okay, cool. Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, the nigga you love to hate, Joel Comedy in the building. Yeah. Little baby Ice Cube, what up?
Out here. I just came back from back home. I had a great trip.
Yeah? Awesome. Got your battery recharged?
Yeah, I saw my family, saw some friends.
Excellent.
Saw some strippers. It was lit.
Oh.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what makes her happy. Don't judge her. Shit.
Well, because the strippers out here, they don't get fully naked. So I walked in, I was like, whoa.
Well, she wants all the show.
Well, no, I didn't expect it. I was just like, well, this is like, so they're really working for their money. So it's
right, they're getting it. Okay.
So you don't like lazy strippers. Okay, cool. All right. Jesus, hard working. Even the strippers must. Jesus, okay, cool. Joelle Comedy. And next to Joelle, she got her little Thelma Evans earrings on.
Oh my goodness.
What up, Tiff Talk?
Oh my goodness. I can't.
How you doing?
I'm so well.
You know you got fans too. Joelle got fans. People love to hate Joelle.
Yeah,
People,
they don't like
people starting to hate on you too.
Yeah, they don't hate on me in my DM though, which I appreciate.
Oh.
So I only get the love messages like love you.
So it's public hate.
Yeah.
But private DM'd them.
As long as that hate's not in my DM, I'm straight.
I got a private dick pic for you.
No.
But publicly, I'm disappointed.
The rule still stands. If you send a dick pic, it's going on Instagram for everyone to see. So do not send it my way. Do not
Damn,
send it.
don't. Okay, now you the police. Jesus.
Hey, I got it from Jeff Brown right here on
Wait
the
a
show.
minute, there has to be some level of honor.
No.
If I send you a private dick pic, you must keep it private.
You're gonna post it on your Instagram?
But it's unsolicited. I didn't ask for that.
Whether you asked for it or not, I sent it to you through a private medium.
Instagram isn't private.
Are you
No
too
matter
young
what
for my
you do.
morality?
The DM is private.
No, it's not.
Direct,
If you can screenshot something,
Direct message to you.
Direct unsolicited pornography straight to me. I feel like that's
First
public
off,
now.
as a woman, Tiffany, this is a question to all the women before I get to the topic.
Okay, cool.
Are you a dick evaluator?
What do you mean?
Do you evaluate the dicks you're intimate with?
Like, to what extent? What do you mean? Like, the size and its girth? Of
Yes,
course.
you're a dick evaluator.
Of course.
And don't tell me women don't like evaluating dicks that don't belong to them.
Well, here's the thing. I genuinely don't like how they appear.
Look at Joel. Joel's like, okay, cool.
Unless it's one that's going in my vagina, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Unless it's one that I plan to, like, have penetrate me. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it.
Oh, my God. That dick might be a calling card.
For what, though? What are you talking about? What are we talking about right now?
If a man sends his dick, it could be a calling card. It could be like, hello.
I mean, it is a
My
calling
name is
card.
Bartholomew.
But here's the issue, like, first and foremost, men are unaware of how terrible they are at selfies in general. Like, if you scroll through Instagram,
Now you're judging the way we
angle,
do.
the size, like, more than likely, the dick pic you sent is not quality representation of you, period. So just don't send it to me. Let me figure it out on my own.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Women are complicated. We'll never figure them out. I just want you all to know that. Ladies and gentlemen, right next to her, or right next to Angry Smurf, Little Rice Cube, is Sarah West. She joins us again.
Once again. Yeah, Sarah Wesley. You can find me on all social at Sarah West. No T.
We love it. Today's topic is going to be very, very good. Oh, did you get the questions?
I did, and at first I was like, does this apply to me? And then I thought about it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, you know it applies to you.
I think it applies to everyone.
Because you're a dick evaluator, young and old. Today's topic, Lord have mercy, May December love. Is age really nothing but a number when it comes to love? Yikes. A deeper look at intimate relationships with a Milf Magic Mama and a Sage Sliver Fox Father figure. Wowzer. What to prepare for if there's a big age gap between you and your partner? To some, age is just a number, a matter of attraction, intrigue, and feeling, not just years. And as science and technology evolve, we now have the power to manage better how we look, feel, and function. If you want to restore your sexual vitality, take Viagra. Tired of wrinkles? Just go get some Botox. As long as you have the money and the desire, you can get plumped, nipped, and tucked to your heart's content. However, our obsession with youth extends beyond cosmetic procedures when it comes to relationships. We men have been immersing ourselves in the feminine fountain of youth for centuries, without any real backlash from society. Conversely, seasoned women from all walks of life have taken it upon themselves to explore the fountain of youth on the masculine side. Y'all been dating young motherfuckers openly.
Yes.
Women no longer feel forced to conceal their youthful encounters from the misogynistic judgment of society. The evil patriarchy. Hydra. Hell Hydra. Like men, women are now opting to be mismatched in age, but not in love or happiness. Tonight's show, we will take an exploratory look into the mysterious mating habits of the cougar and the silver fox. Yeah, y'all like that little intro. Look, they like, he professional. He know his stuff. Let's just get it out the way. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Can he still get it up? Am I dating him for his wallet and not his mallet? Yeah. Is she still a baddie? When is the cutoff for baddie point? When is the cutoff? The baddie cutoff point for a pretty lady. When can she stop making hella demands? Because you know, like, when you pretty and young, you be like, nigga, you whoop whoop, and then whoop whoop, and whoop, and then whoop on that whoop. Right?
That's an LA girl for sure.
But then after a certain age, you better turn them whoops down.
Right.
Or I ain't coming. You said you were gonna come. What age is that? True or false? If you're the older partner, you may already have children from a previous relationship, right? And you might not want to redo none of that. But if you're dating a younger person, they might be looking forward to that. You'd be like, I just got out of raising children hell. I'm doing that shit again with you. What can a younger woman bring to an older man in an intimate relationship? And vice versa. What can a younger man bring to an older woman in an intimate relationship besides dick?
Oh.
We know what you cougars want.
Facts.
They want that yard bird. That's what they want. I'm telling you. They want that nightstick. True or false? For some people, age can bring changes in their sex drive or sexual performance. Listen. Know what I can do for you this evening. I'm gonna lick you till I can't lick you no more. I'm gonna lick you clean.
Oh God, no.
And then after I lick you clean, I get you right to that point. I'm gonna give you a hard 7 minutes. You hard 7 minutes of powerful pumping and thrusting. You get yourself in position and then you get loose after that, okay?
His voice.
And that's all we got to do, lady. That's all we got until tomorrow. I'm just saying. Some people don't want to do it because of these things. Is it good for a younger woman to date an older man? Tell us why. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I'm going to stop asking all of these questions. And I'm going to throw it to the panel. Who's the oldest man you've ever dated? Sarah, put your business out in the streets now. They be like, fuck him.
I ain't gonna say that.
Oh my goodness. Like seriously dated or just went out on a date with?
Oh God, here we go.
It counts.
Well, I don't know which one.
Girl weirdness.
Okay, I'll
you know
just
what
say
I mean.
that I've been on a date with. That I've been on a date with. 47.
What?
Oh, good.
So the age difference was what when that took place? That's what we're looking for.
Like.
Like how old were you when you talked to the 47-year-old?
23.
Okay, so 24 years.
You're a little hot mama, ain't you?
Lord.
Well,
she is Aries.
I'm an Aries, and also maturity is something that matters to me. It's always mattered ever since high school, pretty much. So when I was 14, I got scouted to model in New York and got catapulted into that world. Thankfully I had my mom with me to go with me to all the castings, but after about 16, she stopped going on castings with me. I had a little bit more freedom. I had an apartment in New York. Ooh. But however, with that, I wasn't in school as much. So the people that I was dating, the people that I was meeting were like 21, 22-year-old models usually.
So you were out there unsupervised.
Superficial. Yeah, and they were really superficial. So then I was like, oh, this isn't like this conversation isn't sticking. So then just gradually I started dating older and older because those models at like 21, 22 weren't really giving me anything of substance. So yeah, that's how it happened. And then since then, it's always been a maturity thing.
Wow.
And also, I feel like men are, and men don't hate me for saying this, but I feel like men mature a lot slower than women. So they do. And so, I might be 22 and you might be 22, but your mentality
in my mind,
is like an 18.
I'm 46.
No, you're like at least 5-6 years behind.
Right.
Behind a woman.
You got to date older to balance out the maturity.
Yeah.
Somebody call in and cuss her out. 323-230-4610.
But for the
a
most
lot
part,
of,
yeah.
not all the time.
Yeah.
It's circumstantial, but for the most part.
Yeah.
Angry Smurf, the oldest guy you've ever dated?
I went on a date with this dude. He was 30, and I felt weird.
But how old were you when you dated the 30-year-old?
Yeah.
You were like looking at you like, what the?
It was last year.
Oh, so you really just date your peers? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good. This is going to be great.
Okay.
It was like, he was cool, he cooked and everything, but
He cooked.
I'm just really small, so like he was like 6'5" and like huge. I was
So it
like,
wasn't about the age. You're like, this is
but
just
also,
not popping.
yeah, like it was okay. Like, you know, I was attracted to him, I guess, but it was still just like
You guess?
Well, I don't, it's like he's my brother's age, so I automatically always just think like that. I don't know why. It's just like I can do like a couple years maybe, but I felt like we looked weird. Like together, and then he was trying to hold my hand. I was like, "You're just so tall. Like, what is going on? And you're huge." He was like, like you know.
Why does it matter what other people think?
No, I'm just saying I felt uncomfortable. Not really about what other people think, because like you know that doesn't really matter. But I just felt like I was like, "Why are you trying to talk to me? And aren't I too small for you? Like, aren't you gonna crush me? Like, this is like a excessive."
So it wasn't an age thing. It was more of like a physical.
It was a
thing.
size thing for you.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no, because
I can't fuck a giant.
That's different.
What are you doing?
So if he was a 30-year-old, he was your height.
You need to date somebody your own size.
The height wasn't the issue. It was like the height on top of like the like,
I see.
You know.
So if you got with a real life hobbit, you might be real happy.
Cause I date like I
A
date
Negro
guys that
Frodo,
are 6'4".
like a thug Frodo.
But they're just like a little.
Welcome to the Shire. What's up?
No, the height's perfect, but everything it was just like you're just way too big. But it was his like I don't know. I could tell he was like a 30-year-old. It's crazy because what you said about slowing down, he was just as bad as someone my age as far as like how he was. It was he had his stuff together. He had his own career and he was established. That I liked a lot. But as far as his mentality, he was still like doing kid stuff, like
Jesus.
in the clubs. I was like, bro, you.
But
30.
aren't you 25 doing kid stuff in the club?
Oh, no, I work in the club. I see him doing dumb stuff.
Oh, so
in the
you
club.
work in the club, in the environment,
Yes.
and you're going to ding him for participating in the environment that led him to meet you?
No, I'm saying doing childish stuff. Like
making it rain? Like what?
No, so like something he did to a girl, he thought it was funny. It was like pulled her top down and exposed her.
No.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
not
cool.
like a regular just drinking, having a drink. Like it was just like little dumb stuff. I was like, what's wrong with you?
All right, cool. All right, I can smoke a bag of that. Tiffany, after that little Alice in Wonderland journey.
15 years is the biggest difference I've dated.
Yeah.
Or like, I guess, entertained.
And how old were you?
I was 19.
How old was he?
Yeah, I was like, I think he was.
He was 34 then.
No, that's wrong. Because let's see, he was. No, 18 years. My bad. He was like 36, 37.
And you was out there
19.
giving up that.
No, actually, I wasn't. That's why I said like entertained. Like it was like a dirty dancing thing. I studied abroad. I was in a relationship at the time, but I knew he liked me, so we just spent a lot of time together. But no, he did not get the monkey.
He didn't get that monkey.
No, but he wanted it.
Right.
So, you know.
Everybody wants it. Well, then that don't really count.
I mean,
then mine doesn't count either.
I ain't look. He tried. And then never mind.
Okay, all three of y'all leave.
No, because he pulled it out, and I was like, "And that's all you got?" I was.
But there have been two other people though in that same age category, like that. Yeah, like we have had sex and have had a sexual like relationship.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't been intimate with anyone that much older than me.
Yeah.
Well, let me
So,
ask the question. What do you think the major attraction is for younger women to older men? What do you think the major pull is? Is it money? Is it experience? Is it wisdom? Is it knowledge? What is it? Tiffany?
Okay.
Yeah, sit your little ass back, badass. I'm coming to you.
Well, for younger women dating older men.
No, for you.
For me? Oh, for me.
And then tell us about younger
in
women.
general.
In general, yes.
For me, it definitely was not necessarily maturity in general. I think that the maturity in areas that I was looking for, men that were older had those things. So like I've always been very career driven and had like very clear career goals and hit them on time or early in society's eyes. And so dating older men allowed me to be surrounded by people that were equally career driven.
Really?
You know, like a lot of my peers weren't, hitting the same milestones, so I was seeking things they weren't seeking. So it wasn't like we were in tune with each other.
Are you trying to use the older men for his resources? Where are we going?
Actually, no, because
What are
I
you
typically
saying?
date outside of my field. So like I've always been very focused on like social service advocacy, nonprofit management, but I've always dated like businessmen.
So you just wanted to be
entrepreneurs or-
around those kind of guys?
Right. I wanted to learn from them an aspect that social workers and advocates usually struggle in. You know, a lot of people think of oh, you're a social worker, or you're an advocate, and you're broke. But I've always actually made more than other men around me.
So you wanted to be around older men who are more established, more successful,
to learn,
and then maybe learn and glean. Yeah. Got it? Okay, I can smoke a bag of that. Angry Smurf?
I agree 100%. I think a lot of times dating someone my age, they're not as, they don't have their goals even, they don't even know what they want to do sometimes, and that's, or if they do know what they want to do, they're not actively pursuing it at a pace where it's I can take you serious in a way. It's you know, they're just very stagnant and very content with just being just taking their sweet time. I'm listen, we're not getting any younger, you know, so having someone that's older is obviously attractive when they already have their career already set in stone, and like she said, to learn from them, because the guy that I was talking to, he had a lot of different businesses. He was from Detroit, so he had a different mentality. It was really cool to just hear how he had different clients and how he started businesses and just dabbled in a lot of different things. So that was very attractive, just because, and then and having more money than me is always just to me, I don't care about money, and dating younger, it's I don't want to be a sugar mama, and I'm not even older than you. We're the same age, but you can't even do it. But you know what I mean? It's it's so stupid. It's
Lord have mercy, save us from these children.
I'm just saying, it's so stupid how guys don't even know how to save. What's wrong with you? I don't get it. They just blow money on dumb stuff.
Sarah?
Here
we go.
I like when a man has already kind of been... I like when he's already kind of been trained by another woman.
Hey!
Oh! Here we go.
I like getting them after they've been through all the BS.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have to do
that.
I don't have to be that person.
I don't like to sit through all of that. I'm not going to sit through it. So that's why I like the older man, because then they're done with all of that, or they just learned. Okay, so maybe they weren't necessarily out here in the streets, but you know, they learned how to be in a relationship. They learned what consideration was. They learned how to listen.
So you like the broken down, battered?
No.
Here I am,
it's
girl.
It's the opposite. They've been built up.
I done been through enough shit now.
They know how to connect.
Yeah, you don't have to go through.
Take me to the promised land.
When they've already fell in love
Save your woman.
Times. Right, so that's what I like about older men.
Right, that's true.
And then also their maturity. So if you have some years on you, then you have more to talk about. Right. You have more insight. You have more of a self.
Hopefully.
Okay, okay. I can smoke a bag of that.
That's
it's guys that are younger. They're just want to come over,
right?
What?
You want to just watch a movie,
but you do want to come over.
But it's come on.
Y'all be bullshitting with that. You actually want to come over. You just don't like to do. You know what to do.
No.
You know what come over means.
You trying to smoke? No.
Do you smoke?
I do.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So that's one thing you do.
But I'm just saying, it's so stupid. I don't need you to smoke. I can smoke.
It's not about you needing. It's, hey, can we kick it and smoke? I know you smoke.
But no. You do more. That's, if you're trying to impress someone or get to know someone, I don't think that's the...
Do you think you're easily impressed?
No.
Okay, cool. Do you think you're complicated?
No.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm just saying.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
I could be wrong, but...
All right, watch this. Watch this. Now, watch how this conversation flips. Because we were talking about why younger women like dating older men. Let's flip it. Why do older men like dating younger women?
Oh.
Well, I start with... No. Start with Tiffany.
Oh.
Man, let's get this out the way. Watch how bad this shit turns.
Well,
Because they dirty.
Well, I was gonna say, obviously I'm not a man, so I can only speculate for like my experience or what I've seen.
Of course.
But so I'm like, I don't really know, but
yeah, you do.
But
you got an idea.
The older men that I've been around, they like the vitality, not just like the sexual energy. That's a plus, obviously, but the actual vitality in like the energy I give in everything that I do, like how eager I am to seek after my career, how eager I am to please and serve them. Like they really like that energy overall. Like, oh, you're happy to go to work. You're happy to come kick it. You're happy to go on a date. Like, I'm a very thankful person. So if you do take me on a date, I'm gonna say thank you for the dumbest things. Like, you open the door. Like, hey, people don't always be opening the door. Boo, get it? Like, like, oh, you pulled up the chair. You do that still. Like, I'm your number one cheerleader.
Do you think older men? Do you think older men are more chivalrous, more respectful of women?
Weirdly enough, I've been thankful to like been around pretty chivalrous men, so I wouldn't really say that in like overall. I just feel like if you do get a younger guy that isn't as much, because that's just a reflection of how he was raised. Nobody taught him to do so. Right. So if that's what you like, tell him. Like, I know so many girls are like, he doesn't open the door for me. He doesn't pump my gas. He doesn't. And I'm like, but did you ever say you wanted him to? Because it's that easy. Like, boo, I like it when men open the door for me. I bet he be opening the door then. Like, it's not hard.
Especially if you sequester the yoni.
Oh. Man, yes. But you already know how I feel about that whole strategy.
You like.
Right, I'm not going to miss a day, so ain't nobody sequestering anything.
There we go. Yeah.
Ain't nobody sequestering anything.
Why, Angry Smurf, do you think older men are drawn to younger women?
I think just the energy, like she said, but just being more, how do I say this? Like, energetic as far as just down to do stuff, down to like, not be bored, like not be boring. They're someone you can probably show off more, in my opinion. Like, I feel like that's what it's mostly for looks.
Look at this little young tight bottom.
It's kind of strokes their ego to
what
know
up, little tight bottom?
You know?
Come here, go on over there and make me a hot link in front of the whole family. Little tight bottom that came in here, made me a hot link, got me a motherfucking drink. Y'all see what it is?
But it definitely strokes their ego to know that like they can pull someone like, you know, a little younger. They can still like, you know, get girls to pay attention to them. But I feel like sometimes she
said just to pay attention. She's such a jerk. You know, they just want to feel like they could, you know.
No, that's true though. Like,
fucked up.
It's true. Like, even I know guys that aren't even older that do that for like younger girls. I'm like, and it's creepy to me, but like that's just a guy's mentality sometimes. But just as far as like going out and just being down to do more stuff, just to do fun things and just fulfill that space that's like probably been dead for a while, or like a little dull. Because I feel like not dead, but like you know how it gets when you get older and it's like you get into a routine and you can have a girl do spontaneous things with you.
When did you get turned? Because you're a vampire.
Wait, what?
How the fuck old are you really?
I'm 26.
Like, you just an old little honorary spirit right now.
No, I'm just saying, like, I get it. Like, you can get into a routine, and some women, like, they'll just come home like, I'm tired, I don't want to do stuff. Like, sometimes I feel like that's a thing that deters men from dealing with other women their ages, because, you know, that spontaneous stuff is gone, is lost. Even in the bedroom, you know what I mean? Like, certain things they don't want to do, like, I ain't doing that. Like, younger women might be more.
Younger women are more open sexually? Say more.
Yeah, because
323-230-4610. Call in and let us know about your sexual openness as it pertains to old dick versus young dick. Go ahead.
Yeah, like a lot of guys, their sex drive I feel like it lasts a lot longer than women sometimes, especially the working women. As they get older, I'm tired now, so like I can imagine being 40, coming home being like, I'm exhausted, you know, but it's about I'm just saying, like, I get it, like, the working woman, like, it's a lot. Then you gotta come home and cook. Then you gotta take care of the kids. And then you want me to do all this.
And then I want you to get in there and I want you to wash it out.
Right. Like,
put some of that edible powder. You know that edible powder we got you.
So young
sprinkle
women,
yourself and then
right. But they don't have the same responsibilities sometimes as older women, so they have a lot more free time. It's a lot of different things, but I feel like that energy is probably what it is, and just doing those spontaneous things that they used to do when they were younger brings that back out.
I got you. Sarah?
Yeah, it's definitely the energy thing, and also I think like men just like exclusivity. They like dating somebody that like no one else has had, and like obviously when you're younger, like you're not as experienced, you don't have as many people that you.
Or as Corey would say, you're not as woe out.
Yeah, so I think men are like, well, you know, I'm aging, but there's of course this societal way that we look at men versus women and how they age. So men obviously do have that advantage, at least now, to go back and date younger, and it's not seen as, you know, as much of a taboo as if a woman dates a younger man. So I think it's that. They like to take advantage of that and go get something fresh, hot, new. And then also, I think men like to like kind of mold them into their own little project. Yes. So when you're younger, you're more impressionable. And so then you can kind of teach them some things maybe you can't teach an older woman.
My little she clay.
Yeah.
Come on into my little pottery room so I can mold you the way I like. I'm sorry.
Tell him what to do.
Quincy Jones, that motherfucker's wild. I got a story where he was talking about, you know, older women versus younger women. And it happened one day because I mistakenly said he was a certain age. I think I said, Quincy, you're 77. I think it was fucking James Brown had just turned 77 or something. And I was like, yeah, you 77 like James Brown. He said, 77, motherfucker! I'm not 77, goddammit. I'm 74, you know. Nigga, shit. 4 minutes off. All right, great. But he was disappointed that I said that. And so he was like, I'll show you 77, goddammit. I'll show you 77. And he goes into these little drawers, and then he pulls out all of these pictures of these, like, 19-year-old Brazilian girls. Does she look 77? Huh? That's 77 for your ass right there, motherfucker. Here's 77. You know, you going through all these pictures, right? And then I was like, well, damn, do they have to be that young? And what he said was, Quincy's a profound motherfucker. Like, if you listen to him, right. Quincy's a profound motherfucker, man. If you listen to him, you're going to pick up some jewels. That motherfucker said, old women can't do anything but get me ready to die.
Ooh, jewel.
I said, damn. Jewel. I said, what is old? He said, any woman over 35 is preparing me to go. And he said, I got too much shit to do here, and I ain't leaving. So he was like the young, and you guys are right. He was talking about the young energy. He was talking about that young vibrational energy. First off, if it wasn't for a young chick fucking with an older dude, we wouldn't have Kenny G. Now you go, what the fuck, Zoe? How you gonna pull this off? Well, Miles Davis. Miles Davis is the one who created that fusion music, where he was fusing rock and funk and all of these different styles of music when he came out with that album, Bitches Brew. But he named it Bitches Brew because of his wife, who was younger than him at the time. Really young. You know? She was the one that was like, this jazz shit, nigga, friend, don't nobody give a fuck about them horns, nigga. And he was like, well, what you listening to? She was like, Sly and the Family Stone. Well, he's Gemini, so you know he's gonna go and peep Sly and the Family Stone. He goes, and she vibing, she fuck with them. She like, that shit, nigga. That funk. I don't know what you doing over there in the smoky club, my nigga, but this... So Miles, you know, he investigates, he peeps them. And Miles he befriends these guys, Sly and all of them. And then he basically tells Sly and the gang, he's like, oh, okay, I see what y'all doing. He was like, the cold thing is, though, I can do your music, better than you, but you can't do my music at all.
Right.
So, but you know, Miles is like that. I could do that shit, motherfucker. But what he does is he vibes with him. He plays with him. He starts to develop, different sounds and vibes with these guys. Then you get the weather report out, group, and then, he hooks up with young James M. Toomey.
Oh, wow.
James M. Toomey is in weather report, and James M. Toomey is playing with Miles. That's because of the youth that the sister brought into it. Just a whole nother energy. And let me just tell you something about youthful energy. It's life. Mm-hmm. So you feel like you might not even feel like you old or outdated anymore. But here's the problem, man. The disconnect in experience. Just like with Miles. Miles was like, y'all cool. That funk is cold. But y'all niggas ain't that good. You're not really proficient. Let me show you how to do funk. Then he does it in his masterful jazz way. And they're like, well, goddamn. Yeah, now keep the time with me. And now he's training them and raising them. So if the youth will allow that to happen, it might be good. But you know how, none of you guys have children. Oh, I can't wait till you motherfuckers get hit in the head with that. Because then when you get the kid, you think the youth will listen to you if they're not yours.
Always.
When they're yours, it's going to come a time to be like, who the fuck is you talking to? You like, who the fuck is you talking to?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But, when you're talking to kids or youth that don't belong to you, and you in their circle, you in their vibe, they tend to listen better.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, I think young women bring a level of vitality to older men that just makes them feel alive. And then I think they're devoid of the bitterness of a lot of going through a lot of stuff. Older women get to a point, they ain't got time to play with you. You know why you here, my nigga. It's not because of the money. I'm good. I got my pension, nigga. I'm cool. Come in here, rub on me, and then get the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying? But then that's one kind. There's another kind that wants a man to love her in the way that none of the other men did. And the moment they see something ajar, it's a reflex of what the fuck happened, and now I'm projecting, and now I'm disappointed, and it's like pre-crimes.
Yeah.
You ain't even really fucked up yet, but it's looking like it. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, older men don't want to have to deal with that. Like, oh shit, I got to date this coping mechanism? A younger girl might not have that yet.
Right.
Be like, nigga, you know how carefree it is to kick it with this motherfucker versus your heavy shepherd's pie built at. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. So there's reasons, man. There's reasons. I always ask women who like to date older men, what's your relationship like with your daddy?
Oh, good question.
Because I can't be that nigga. You get your daddy on the phone. I'll talk to your daddy right now.
Oh my God.
Man to man. Get him on the phone. Mr. Bowers. I'm Mr. Williams. I'm sitting here with your little fine young thing. Your little daughter. She want this seasoned willy whacker. She wants it. You understand me? She wants it. Now I need to come to you and see where you and her stand. When's the last time you talked to her? You pay her bills? You gotta have these kind of conversations. Because a lot of times younger women are looking to compensate for what might not be there, or for what might be fractured in some sense. Right? And don't get it twisted. Women can see, like, oh, he has what's missing. They can see that. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter what the age is, they can see it. Mm-hmm. Ladies, am I wrong?
No, you're not completely wrong.
Oh, I'm partially wrong. Well, let's go.
No, actually, I don't think you're wrong at all. Women definitely, yeah, it's just true. I mean, there's so much, so many studies that support it, but it's just, you can see it in friends, you can see it in girls. You either date what your dad's missing, or you date what you love in your dad.
Woo! Say it.
So
go deeper.
My thing was a lot of people look really into my issue because I don't know my biological dad.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah, and I'm what's weird is that I genuinely have void of emotion in that area. He doesn't want to know me, so I'm not gonna know you. I don't really have
come on, Tiffany.
Yeah, no, but
Tiffany,
I really to be honest, I really I don't think about it on a daily basis. So,
Tiffany.
But the reason why is because my stepdad is so amazing.
Tiffany.
So amazing.
Tiffany. We had this talk, didn't we?
About what?
Remember we were in the car and I was like, you talked through. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember?
So what do you want to know, though?
There we go. What a sweetheart. She can be, listen, that girl know. You done study too much shit to not know what I'm about to say.
No.
Yes, you built up a callus.
Oh, around my dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really don't care.
Yeah, no, you do care. Yes, I understand the Gemini female mind. I get it. It can come across as sterile. It can come across as very linear, logical, and Spock-like. Remember we talked about you being Spock? Yeah. Remember? She's a Vulcan. Our resident Vulcan has showed up. The fuck? What did I say about being Vulcan?
That I have to marry my Vulcan with my emotions.
Because that's what made Spock interesting, is when that motherfucker had to deal with them emotions.
Yeah.
Damn it! Kirk! Get out! Spock could kill you.
Right.
Spock could kill you when he lose them.
Uh-huh.
So again, Tiffany, you can't walk the path of, what you've done is, and you know this, you're high functioning with the callus.
Oh, so high functioning.
But every relationship that you get in is going to present you an opportunity to break that callus down. And you can't ignore that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. My stepdad, I feel meets the compliment for what's lacking in the callus from not knowing my real dad.
I got it. And it all lined up logically.
Well, not even logically. I didn't know it until a few years ago. Because I watched my stepdad really demonstrate for years. I didn't trust my stepdad for many years because my first stepdad, the father of my brothers, was one of the people who is one of the offenders to I'm a 3-time survivor of sexual abuse. So I didn't trust my stepdad for years, and I didn't refer to him as dad until I was about 18.
But do you see how important that is?
But it was a process
right.
of me watching really how he loved my mom and starting to pay attention as an adult what his love to her really was. I really started paying attention, and when I started realizing that to be completely honest, my dad took not just my mom, but his love was so deep. He took literally the 4 most intensely crazy kids ever and to love her through her crazy. I've never seen any demonstration, movie or otherwise, of a man loving on a woman more than my stepfather has loved on my mama. And so to really be able to demonstrate, my mom broke the cycle. She really was able to, she's been through some terrible things, ooh. And to see she was still able through her broken man picker to finally get one, and my stepdad is life. And so that really reinfused in me whatever was or may have been lacking in not knowing my dad, which again most of my life I really haven't really given it a lot of thought. Mm-hmm. But it's because I love my stepdad on a level that I know I could never, even if I met my bio dad now, ever give any other man that respect.
I
love my stepdad on a level and out of respect too of how he loves my mom. So to see a demonstration of what love really looks like through like my grandfather and my stepdad. Like it brought like a new meaning to what love meant to me watching my stepdad love on my mom. Because my mom was a mess.
Is your intellectualization. That is the construct you've built.
Well, if that's it, I'll accept it.
Do you want me to melt it?
I'm like, because that's where I'm at. I'll take it. You can break
You want me to put the hammer down?
Yes, please. Free consultation, always accepted.
Gosh, I'm going to get back to that. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason.
Hello?
Yo, what up, pimp?
Yo, this is Mike from Queensbridge here. What's good, G?
Mike from Queensbridge. What up?
Yeah, what's good, man? What's good? Yo, I dated a younger chick in college when I was out there in the Bay Area, man, because I used to live in the Bay Area for almost 10 years. And I dated a young chick. She was 19 at the time, and I was actually 24.
Right.
So we clicked, yo. She was actually a Gemini, and I'm a Libra.
Woo.
And man,
it was magic.
Had fun, yo. She was an Oakland chick, so she took me to my first sideshow out there.
She showed you how to rob niggas? I'm just kidding.
Ah, son.
Come on, man. Town business. You know Oakland chicks go show you how to hustle?
Nah, man. Nah. She was wild, but she wasn't that wild, man. You know what I'm saying? But yo, she was younger chick, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because before I met her, I was trying to talk to other females that was out there, but they were all either around my age or older. And it was like, I hate to say it like this, but the older chicks already had baggage. They already had it. Because think about it, this is like, okay, I'm 25, so it's like the mid-20s. So they don't already have their sexual experiences. Some of them had kids already. Some of them been in and out of relationships already. The chick that I got with, she was 19. She, at the time, only had about 3 other boyfriends at the time. And she actually told me when she met me, she was, one time we was sitting and we was eating. And she started crying a little bit. I was like, why are you crying? And she was like, yo, you're like really the nicest guy I've ever met in my life. Like, I was like, whoa.
This is too much for me already, young lady.
Yeah, it kind of like threw me for a loop, and I felt like she was always consoling in me. She was always asking me things, and I you know, like you were saying with that whole father figure thing.
Yeah,
I think it was a little bit there. Even though I'm young myself, I'm still learning my way myself. Obviously, I don't know everything, but there were things that, you know, I was showing her, and then there was things that she was showing me. So she brought out the fun side of me because I was a very, you know, I got to be honest with you. I was an introvert when I was younger.
A Gemini woman will bring the fun out in you.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. A Gemini woman? Stimulation, mental stimulation. What are we doing? Where are we going? What's happening? Let's get out there. Let's see it. Let's get on this roller coaster and do this fucking crossword puzzle at the same time. Do all this shit at the same time? Goddamn.
I don't know what it is, man, but she, like I said, she a nigga from New York, yo, dead ass. I didn't know what a sideshow was. I'm like, what the hell is a sideshow? She's like, yeah, you gonna come to me with the sideshow, man. We went somewhere out in what they call deep East Oakland, way out there.
Yeah.
And we went out there, man, and I was like, wow, this how y'all get down? Okay. And it was cool. It was fun. It was something different, you know what I'm saying? But
Hey.
She brought that out to me. And in return, on my side, you know what I'm saying, I'm showing her different things like how to be a better female out there, you know what I'm saying? Now, we're not together anymore for reasons I don't want to disclose.
It's all right. All right. The restraining order will be over in a couple months. You'll be fine.
Nah, it ain't even like that, man.
You'll be good, dog. It's cool.
No foul play. It wasn't no foul play. It wasn't no cheating. It was just, you know, we'll say, irreconcilable differences or whatever the fuck.
Irreconcilable?
There you go.
That's cool.
We'll use that one.
That's fine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I think that the younger generation chicks, man, they're a little bit more, you know, they're more fun with it, you know what I'm saying? It's less to you ain't got to deal with so much shit, man.
I love it, man. Hey, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much for calling, man. Thanks again. If you want to bring your city into the building, all you got to do is call me at 323-230-4610. That's the number to dial, 323-230-4610. Hey, who's on the line right now? Caller, welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Okay, Boost Mobile. You're on the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Let's go. Caller.
Hi, this is Birdie from Florida.
Hey, Birdie. That's not your real name. Stop.
Well, my name is Alberta, but I go by Birdie.
Hey, Birdie.
How you guys doing?
Up in here, turned
up. This is the first time I'm catching you guys live. This is the first time I'm calling in. I'm like so excited.
Okay, who's the oldest man you've ever dated, and who's the youngest?
The youngest, I would say, 27.
How old are you, and how old were you at the time? You were 32?
Well, I'm 32, and yeah, I have a 27-year-old.
Who was the best lover? The oldest or the youngest man you've ever dated? Go deeper. I mean, he went deeper.
Well, I would say the best lover was when I was younger. He was younger too, but it was a younger guy.
Ah, okay.
He was a younger guy.
Is it because of was it because of the duration or was it because of the strokage?
I would say both.
You put that thing on you, huh? You were like, I love you, baby.
I would say both, but I actually have an age limitation. Like, I won't date, like, I try not to date 2 years younger and up to 5 years older. It doesn't work out, but I try to keep that as a standard. but it doesn't really work out.
I'm confused. Why would you, I'm confused.
Well, I don't really too much like this younger guy that I have right now. He's really, like, he's basically the example of what I really don't want to deal with in a younger guy. Like, the reason why I don't like to deal with younger guys. Like, he's not even an option at this point. And older guys, because my daughter's father's older than me, he's about 8 years older than me, so I kind of, like, have a bad taste in my mouth from dating older men, because he always tried to make me feel like I didn't know enough, like I didn't match him mentally, or, I wasn't...
You think you know what you're talking about, huh? You ain't been through enough shit?
Say that.
Who you think you talking to, girl? I've been around the world 4 times, you understand? You halfway through your first trip, you gonna tell me how this shit go? Huh?
I never wanted to deal with that, so I just decided to keep it limited. But as I get older, I'm starting to find the salt and pepper look a little sexy. I'm like, ooh.
You already know.
They're a little older man.
I know you looking at me, girl. I know.
All right.
That salt and pepper was like, ooh.
You like this nigga right here, Diet Rick Fox. I can do that. I can do Diet Rick.
Yeah, but I think as the older I get, I start to find the maturity in older men a little bit more attractive. It's less BS to deal with.
Well, first off, because you brought up something that's really interesting here. Are you saying really that women like younger men for superficial reasons? Because we heard the women in here outline that the younger men are not as mature. So if they're not as mature and they shit ain't really together, what you messing with them for? That Billy Club?
Well, because I think, when you're younger, you look for, I remember when I was younger, when I was like 18, 19, 20, I was looking for more of the six-pack, the nice smile, the nice hair. I was looking for more, outer appearance in a man. Six-pack, ooh, he look good, But as you get older, you be like, listen, I don't care if you got a bit belly. Come on, you good? We good? So, I think as you get older, you still, I mean, the six-pack is still eye candy. You just know, like, listen, I can't do nothing serious with you, but we can go ahead and meet in the bedroom and see what happens.
Oh, God, women are so superficial. I think women are more superficial than men.
You think so?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
I don't either. I just wanted to see what the fuck is going on in here. I wanted to test what's happening.
No.
I know why y'all deal with older guys, and I know why you deal with younger. You beating around the bush. You deal with younger for the lightning rod, and you deal with older for the wallet. Now just tell the goddamn truth.
For the wallet, but I think you deal with older for more of the stability.
What kind of stability? Go deeper into that.
It's more so not just financial, but more mental. He's more stable. He has a career. Either he has a career or he has a
That's
job
money.
that he's already been. It's not just money.
But you're detailing money right now.
Okay,
Is it me? Yeah. What did I?
Career is more than money.
Okay, well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Say more. Let's hear it, Sarah.
A
Step in
career
here.
means you have a sense of purpose.
Oh, you like his purpose. If his purpose is not making him money, you not gonna be like.
He's already established like where he wants to be as far as, but not just in life, but for example, like a younger man has more of a probability of moving around, moving from place to place, going from Florida to New York and stuff like that, because he's still trying to find himself, what he's trying to do. But the older man already know where he's going, has at least an idea of where he's going.
You know y'all sound crazy, right? Right, let me just say, you sound crazy. Because research is already proven exactly what you're saying. However, it's listed as one of the problems in a May-December relationship. Because that older man is more stable and more settled, 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna want to do the shit you want to do anyway.
Because it's risky.
You might want to go hang out with your friends and do some young 30-something shit, and he might be like, nah, I'm cool on that.
Or he might be like,
I've been
I
there.
don't have PTO days.
I don't need to do. No, but I'm just saying.
Like grown shit.
Older,
like grown people have grown people.
Right. An older, wiser man might be like, fuck what you talking about. I'll get with you when you get back.
Facts.
Right, but
You and the margarita crew, I'm not fucking with y'all.
To be honest though, like
the boss piss them off, they quit.
But as someone who's medium aged, like, and older guys, that's actually a plus to me because I don't always need my dude to be with me. So, like, if he's like, cool, go take that girlfriend trip, I'm like, thanks, boo, thanks. Like, sometimes I don't need you on all these trips. Like, sometimes I just need a girlfriend trip, and I feel like older men also understand that because they want time with just their friends. Younger men and younger women tend to want you to just always be booed up. Like, it's you and them against the world. They don't appreciate that you have other people outside of each other's world. Like, I have a very tight support system of friends, and we love to travel together. So the fact that, like, need someone who will let me travel with my friends, we can travel together. Ooh, I just cut myself off, or someone cut me off.
No, go ahead.
Okay, cool, because I cannot hear me.
You can't hear?
No.
Make sure I'm
I got it. We're good. So, yeah, so I just feel like my whole thing is I really feel like the cusp is 25 plus. Like, as long as you're 25 plus as a dude, I can kind of mess with you. Like, just, that's really my whole thing. Like, when I was under 25, I always dated 25 and up. And now that I'm over 25, I'm still like, if I'm going to do younger, there's only so young I can do. And, like, 25 for me is the cut.
know what a 25-year-old man would do to you?
I do. I maybe do, though.
Shut your goddamn mouth. God. You in this shit, you been talking this evening.
I might know. We ain't gonna say that on the radio today, but I might know.
Fuck. They ain't gonna be like, now go in there and give me some motherfucking Cocoa Puffs. You understand? Give me some Cocoa Puffs,
That
nigga.
is why I cannot date. I'm 27. I can't date under, I would say, a good 28 going on 29. Because you know why? I went on a date with someone who was my age, like exact same age, maybe off by a few months. And so I thought it was going to be a good date. So then I show up, and then he's like, yeah, you know, I'm going to cook dinner. And I'm like, okay, cool, like, great. So then we go to the grocery store, and he's pushing his cart, and the first thing he grabs are Cocoa Puffs. And that's what reminded me. So he grabbed Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, shit.
He grabbed
She's having
Cocoa
an
Puffs,
epiphany.
and then he started grabbing, like, other brands of cereal, putting it in the cart. I'm like, I thought we were cooking dinner, but maybe he's just preparing for, you know, breakfast tomorrow morning, you know, knocking it all out at one time. Then we keep going down the aisle. He grabs double stuffed Oreos, and he's like, yeah, these are my favorite. Like, I gotta make sure I get the double stuffed.
So now older nigga can't snack around.
But then he grabbed like peanut butter and white bread. Like, that was it. So then we go back to his place, and he's cooking, and he put some chicken in the oven. And I was like, okay, maybe he already has ingredients. Comes back out of the kitchen, is like, yo, I just realized I got the regular stuffed Oreos. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, I gotta go. So then he leaves me at his place alone to go get the double stuffed Oreos, comes back, pulls the chicken out of the oven, and then we just eat chicken. No
Wait
sides,
a minute, hold on.
no nothing
just
else.
Consider
just
yourself
chicken.
blessed.
Just chicken.
You got let into the inner sanctum, and you in here talking shit.
But
he cooked for you.
He just cooked plain chicken. No
Girl.
sides, no
Was
nothing.
it seasoned?
That was the come up.
Oh, no.
Barely seasoned chicken breast.
That was the come
his
up.
dinner.
You bugging.
And he was my age, so that's why I don't date.
He
my
let
age
you
or younger.
in.
So what?
Thank you for the call, sweetheart. We appreciate you hanging on.
Thank you, guys.
The phone lines are lit. Call in right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you're calling from? Speak on it. Who's the oldest and the youngest person you've ever dated? What's your cutoff line? Caller? Caller? You just hung up? Okay, cool.
It's over.
It's over.
Call back, but
It's over. Oh, God.
That was amazing.
That was crazy, right?
We can't have.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to be 30, and Frosted Flakes is the business, but I don't buy it. My rule is I can only have it when I'm at a hotel for a stay.
Okay,
That's how I
listen.
roll.
There is a little bench over here.
Make room.
Right, make
I
room.
love Frosted Flakes, but like I got stomach problems, and I'm getting old.
Over here. I'm right here, my nigga. Come lay down, because you out of control right now.
Totally out of control.
I mean,
Caller, you're on the Voice of Reason. What's your name and where you calling from? Turn your radio down. You got to turn your radio down, Lil.
What's going on, Zoe, man? It's Brandon from Cincinnati.
Brandon from Cincinnati. What's happening, Pam?
Man, cool and man, listening to the show. What's going on, ladies?
What's up?
Hey.
These motherfuckers too cool for school. One of them didn't even respond to you. She just laughed at you. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Gosh. Angry Smurf. Speak on it, bro.
She's sleepy.
From my experience personally, when I see like a younger woman with an older guy, it's either for two reasons. I'm not saying all, but it's either that she's snack chasing, trying to get some paper up out of him, or she got some serious daddy issues. One or the two. One or the two.
Well, I would say I agree with you, but I do also feel that there's a third option. And that third option is this. Women of all ages have no defense against a fully realized man.
Oh, true. So true.
So if a younger woman meets a fully realized man, I mean, there's really nothing she could do about that. She's going to be gravitating to him because that's just rare in and of itself. And vice versa. If a young man, is in the company of a fully realized woman, he going to be on her. He going to be on her. So that's the third option, but you're right on the other two. Go ahead, bro.
So let me ask you this. I go to the gym a lot. I work out. I see a lot of older women. I converse with them. A lot of them be divorced. And, they successful. They ex-husband successful. And, I'm 26 trying to get my life together. Why would somebody that's been to that mountain peak where the guy was accomplished, like you just stated, even waste their time talking to a guy like me trying to get there?
She want the Billy Club. You 26. She want the Rodney King beating.
On some how to groove that shit.
She already know. You 26. You ain't doing shit. She already got bread.
Right.
Come on over here, nigga. And get some of this leftover roast we made last night. And then I want you to pull out that suede Billy Club you got. And I want you to beat me down. That's what it is.
I ain't complaining.
You know what it is. You probably already been over there. How many times you hit?
And I'm happily in a relationship, bro.
Oh, shit. Okay. She listening? Okay, cool.
I heard you say before, and you made a good point, like, you say, like, men are validated by, like, wealth and, power, and women are validated by their beauty. Like, for example, like,
you got these Instagram models that got like credit scores of probably 300, but they can get any guy they want.
No, they can't.
Cats that look like Shaq with paper who can get any chick he wants. So
Shaq is the homie.
My question to you is like, can you knock a woman who's like 45, kids and raised, you know, she's still in shape, you know, and at that age she had her sexual peak, because, you know, men, we had our sexual peak at like 15, 16.
18.
She had 18, yeah. I mean, high school years, you horny as shit.
Exactly. Busting off in class. Like.
And from what I hear, what I've learned from you and, you know, talking to other women is they don't reach their peaks to like 35, 40.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. What is a woman to do who's, you know what I'm saying, in the gym going hard, you know, making sure that body's tight, and she got this nigga who at her age at the house, he chugging Viagra, he can't keep up.
You know what she got to do? Wrong? She gonna get side dick. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Can you
especially if he gets sick.
Oh my God.
I can speak on that. I'll speak on that for my mama later.
Especially if he gets sick, she gonna get it.
Yeah.
And that's when you see something called, this is a phenomena, sexy Milf thirst.
Yes. That was my mama.
Be sexy, little sexy, but thirsty and older.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna buy you them new Jordans. You ain't gonna never miss a movie.
Right.
She gonna cook. She gonna come to the crib, and she wanna get laid down. That's just what it is. And then the other incentive to that is this. Peep this. She done had the kids.
Right.
Oh, the incentive could be after menopause. If it's after menopause, you know what you can do then.
Oh, after menopause, Lord Jesus.
Shoot the club up, no helmet.
Shoot the club up. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the call. It's all good. We want to keep it real.
Everybody dead.
He said, shoot the club off. Oh, my goodness.
You know what it is?
Mama don't know what that means. I'll explain that to you later.
So,
okay.
Tell me about your mother and her thirst for
young
swipe.
My thirst came from my mom. I've explained, like, besides, like, the history of, like, sexual abuse or whatever, like, I actually inherited, like, a really high libido from my mama, which came from my granddad. So, my mom...
Tiffany's email address is...
please...
It's out there now.
Swerving. I'm dodging the swerving in LA. So my mom, my whole family has always had a rule like 10 up, 10 down because my granddad was 9 years older than my grandma. So my mom flipped it because her thirst was so high. And, you know, usually as you age, like, older men can't always keep up. So my stepdad's 9 years younger than my mom. And he still can't keep up, to be completely honest. But he be putting a good quality effort for my mama. Because she really has a rule, like, you can't miss a day. So even like my dad, like I think it was like almost 3 years ago now, like literally his thumb was like decapitated in a snowmobiling accident. And like,
does he need his thumb for?
Listen though, like literally he was like pending surgery to reattach his stuff, and like they wasn't missing a day. That's not an excuse. He broke 3 ribs. Right there. Falling off my grandma's garage 20 feet, and that was not an excuse. He was sick. Like, no, there's no excuse. So my mom's like, there's other ways. We'll get it in. Like, there's no reason to miss a day with my mama. So, like, marrying younger was, like, one of those ways to make sure, like, this young thing can keep up. And he still can. My stepdad be trying, but he be just like, you know, he be struggling. My mom has so much energy, though. So, I don't know. I be mindful of that. But I just make sure I date people who are either, like, that's part of the reason I'm intrigued by other fit people, because at least then, like, if you're fit, you're more likely your libido is keeping up with you. The testosterone stays higher longer.
Oh,
so I'm like, even if I date older.
Watch her.
If you in the gym at 45 and pumping iron still, I'm going to mess with that, though.
You be scoping niggas.
And I'll put maca powder in your protein shake. I'll be helping mama out with these secrets.
Let me ask you. Because I don't know how this works. Do women actively go out and look for a type?
No. I mean, I don't know about them.
No.
Okay, most women I know have a type.
I try.
I'm aware of what my type is, but, like, I'm not necessarily looking for it. Like, I know what my affinity is, what I tend towards, but I've also, you know, obviously the outlier. Like, I've dated people that are not in that type.
You end up choosing your type.
Right.
That's what happens.
Interesting. Say
you end
more.
up just
I like
collecting them and then choosing which one you want. But most
She's
of them
a collector.
are your type. Yeah.
She's a type collector. Listen, a lot of people will listen. A lot of people will listen to this show and be upset with me. So, how come you didn't go off? How come you didn't attack that? I want them to say more.
I do. I go after my type.
Thank you. Say more.
Because, like, I already know.
What's your type again?
I like tall.
No, you already told us he was too
you don't
big.
like giants.
Okay.
No, listen. I said the tall and the big combination was a little much.
Like fat?
It wasn't fat. He was just like
built, like more built.
Yeah, he was like a
stocky.
Yeah, but it wasn't like he didn't have a gut or anything. I'm just saying like he was like
Shaq.
Yeah,
it's like too much
Instead of
muscle,
Kobe.
Yeah.
too much meat.
Yeah, because I'm into Kobe, not Shaq. Okay.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So like I don't mind like skinnier guys. Like that doesn't bother me. I like the tall, dark, and like I want you to have hair. I prefer it. Like I like the dreads.
Well, there goes my shot.
No, like I do. I like tall, dark skin with dreads. Like that's just always been my thing since I was in high school. That's me. That's like that's my thing. And I love athletes. Like so. So that's my thing. But I know like you don't have to be an athlete, but just like you said, someone that's in the gym, someone that's fit, like I don't go with that whole like I don't know. I'm just too small, so I know what I want to work with when we're in the bedroom. So for me, that's why I have a certain type.
You want to know what you're working with when
I want to know what the match. I want to make sure. Yeah, the matchup.
She knows her limitations.
Yeah, like
styles make fights. Shit.
I'm just saying, like, because at the end of the day, like that's it's gonna matter, like, and whether I can say like, oh, you know, I'm not shallow, I am, like, and I can admit it, like, it's okay.
Right. There we go.
Like, I like what I like, and that way, no one else can ever look like. I can't never like look at you and just be like, oh, and have eyes for anyone else. That's basically. Pretty much what I'm saying.
That's good. I like it. Now that was the realest shit said today.
Well, the realest prize goes to
Yay, Joelle.
Joelle, have you ever regretted dating an older or younger partner? If so, please share your story.
I regretted talking to this guy. He played football, but he was like still in college.
Yeah.
And I obviously wasn't. And I was like trying it out, but he was so immature. It was to the point where he was used to, like, his parents doing everything for him. He's like, oh, I just go to school and play football. I don't have to do anything. So he didn't have no work ethic, no drive. Like, it was just like, I'm like, well, what if you don't get drafted? And then what? So you have to have a backup plan. You have to care about, like, have something else, like, besides just going to practice every day and just watching football, watching yourself on YouTube all day long. I'm like,
he was watching himself?
Yes, look at this. I'm like, I watched this 10 million times. Like, let's
you
talk
his
about
girl.
something else. I wasn't his girl. I was talking to him.
Did you give up the yoni?
That doesn't matter.
Oh,
but it does. Yes. But it
If
does.
you gave up the yoni, you're his girl.
No,
Watch
I'm
the
not.
YouTube.
No, I'm not his girl.
You gave up the yoni to a nigga that you thought was immature.
Well, I found it after, and I was like, I'm done.
So the sex was immature.
No.
The sex was mature.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
my
cool.
type. It was fine.
Hey, listen, if y'all not listening, I need y'all to hear them when they speak.
But I wasn't actually him. I never dated him to like. I never took that serious because I kind of knew. I could tell he was immature, but I just was.
Girls have sex with immature people they're not serious about.
Yes, it
Finish.
happens. It happens.
That's all the
Yeah,
time.
I definitely used him for my own personal reasons. But it's
Girls
being a-
use niggas they gonna talk shit about on radio shows later.
No, he was cool though. He was a cool dude too. Like it wasn't like that. Like that was the homie, but he was just too immature. I was like, yo, I can't even. And I don't even care no more. It ain't even that deep. Like just go away.
What would an old dude need to keep you? Oh, that was good.
Ooh, that was
Not.
good.
Don't be boring.
What is boring?
Cannot be
Spoken
boring.
like a youngling.
Like,
Yeah, but what is boring?
Keep the Cartoon Network
No.
on, my nigga. And I'm here.
No. So I'm a person in entertainment, so I love sports. Like I like to just do a lot of different things. Like I just don't want to just come home and like not do anything. And that's not even an older thing. It's a younger thing. It's just in general. Like just don't stop trying after a certain amount of time and just think it's all I'm going to be comfortable with just doing nothing. Like, it is not even about, like, taking me out and whining and dining, but, like, just different activities, just something, like, just keep it interesting.
Sarah, Tiffany?
Sarah can go first.
What does oldie locks have to do to keep you?
I think it's similar to what she's saying. Like, you have to just be interesting, be interesting and show me things that I haven't seen before. Because if you're not going to show me anything I haven't seen before, then I can just date someone my age who's seen everything I've seen.
Why is it about show me? Yeah. God damn.
I mean, I'm saying that's the difference.
They're young, right?
Yeah. That's
You're
the
right.
difference.
Yeah. Chris, thank you, Chris.
But of course, I mean, we already spoke about like the maturity and some of those things that are great about an older person. But what would be the difference between a younger person and an older man is what can you show me that's different than? Otherwise, I might as well date someone my age.
Let me go back. Let me go back. Youth, stimulation. Older, settled. Mm-hmm. They don't necessarily need stimulation. Mm-hmm. I made an example using a different topic, and I'm going to try to marry these two concepts. Remember when I said, you motherfuckers be asking for a spiritual person? Mm-hmm. A spiritual person is not going to give you stimulation.
Exactly.
A spiritual person is inward. Mm-hmm. So the very things you guys are asking for as young women, you're eventually going to grow tired of. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of women be like, oh, I'm a sapiosexual. He got to be intellectual. You know how fucking frustrated you going to be with a real intellect?
Right.
Because they like to sit. They like to read.
What if this motherfucker's right?
Okay.
There's a sediment.
I don't really agree with them necessarily because I've been in a long enough relationship to know, like, we're not going to be, I'm a runner. Like, I'm a runner as I'm active and I like to do a lot of stuff. But I also truly, genuinely enjoy that moment where, like, I'm just in the house just doing nothing.
But showing you something new doesn't always mean you're going out and you're, like, seeing, like, the world. Okay, so what I mean by showing me something new, for example, when I dated an older guy, I remember we were sitting at home and he had, like, this collection of wine, and like this collection of wine was something I had never seen before. So we had a night of him explaining this is this and this taste, and like that's what I mean. You don't have to leave the house, but you are more seasoned when you're older. You know certain things. I mean, you could just be reading a book, or you could be watching a documentary on Netflix.
So let me ask you this.
And then he mentions, oh, did you know that this is historical because of this and that?
So let me ask you this. What could compare to a wine collection that would keep you interested?
I'm just using that as an example.
I know, but I am too.
Something other than that?
Yes. Because that's the benchmark here now. The wine collection was very interesting.
Well, or just like for me, it's like books
so,
or like other DVDs.
Wait,
wait.
Just using it as like a Friday evening.
I got you.
Event.
So.
Okay, so what if he has a collection of books that are like, this is.
I just wanted you to give examples. Yes.
This is the first edition of the Dhammapada, and this is an Eastern spiritual work. And read this page here. I circled it, and it connects to your life in this way. And then you're like, oh. Wow, that's something I've never seen before.
That's
but
a
you
good
haven't
example.
Left the house.
I could smoke a bag of that. I need another example.
Okay. I need a Bible study. I'm sorry. Like, I'm a Christian woman, so, like, the first man to be like, I want to do a Bible study or a meditation or a confession, like, I get it. Like, people are so confused. Like, oh, you like sex, but you like Bible? Like, yes. Like, you are going to give me 2 days.
Confused about that?
Yes. Like, if you're willing to be like, let's sit down and read a book together, or let's do an audio book, like, I'm in your lap all day.
Listen,
like,
do you understand what the fuck is happening in this room right now?
Hold up. But
hold on, wait.
All
just
different.
Let me just paint this picture real quick.
Come on now.
Just for Tiffany right now.
I get it. It's so confusing. I know.
It is.
Which is three different people.
It is. The recovering sex addict Christian Bible study.
It's all in the same if you really know it.
It's like, whoa.
I'm a hoe for my husband, okay? That was like that's how I do it.
Remix.
Right? Hoe for my husband, okay?
Wow.
Now, I don't have a husband right now, but someday I'll be a hoe for some other husband.
Call my Uber now. So she has a hoe box. She puts the hoe in storage.
I'm just saying there are incompatibilities with older younger.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Part of it is the stimulation movement that younger is in pursuit of. Must be stimulated. I use the word stimulated. Angry Smurf used bored. Right? So when you're young, there's the fight for boredom because most young people are in pursuit of experience to fill their being up with. Mm-hmm. An older person has experienced. So they don't need to constantly be stimulated. They find a genuine respect in stillness. Mm-hmm. This is how you know you're not dealing with a spiritual person. They have a difficult time being still. That's just a youngling, as I call them. Hey, youngling, how are you? My young Padawan, you know? It's unfortunate. Now, it's rare that you find the young person who is cool with stillness and is in pursuit of wisdom. You find them, and we've labeled them as old souls, right? They're young, but they have an understanding, and they have a grasp, and they have a centered space within their being that belies their age. Those are rare motherfuckers, right? So, the phone lines are popping all of a sudden. I'm interested to see, like, that part of the conversation. Maybe callers can call in and maybe share that kind of experience. The youngest person I've ever dated, exact same numbers as you, right? She was 19, ball player in college. I felt like I felt terrible. Really.
How old are you?
I was 34.
She not even 21. What's wrong?
Hold on, Pim. She turned 20. She turned 20 a month after I met her.
But she's still in 21.
But let me
say
just.
nothing, 'cause I've dated this way, so
just,
like we hate on him, and I dated someone else.
But let me just tell you. Let me just tell you, like for real. Let me just tell you.
I think it's weird, regardless if it was the girl or the guy. Like,
Can I finish my story? I kind of listened to you and your ramblings.
Yo.
No, it's crazy though. No, it's crazy. I for the first 3 years, I was off. Like I just felt off. I felt better after 21, 22, 23. I felt better. Like, but I was still a little off because I was like, I've never experienced someone affecting me like that. Not a woman, never, affecting me like that. But her energy was powerful. It's a cold situation, my nigga. Young energy is on some other shit. A little intoxicating. Caller, you're on the line. Who is the oldest or the youngest person you've ever dated? Speak on it.
Good man, it's Hustle.
Hustle, what up, pimp?
Man, I was trying to listen to the show on the way home, hearing this. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, you know some bullshit going on in here. I needed somebody to call in. I'm glad you called in, brother.
Yeah, trying to listen to a woman's like trying to catch the wind, man.
You know they crazy, dog. I like him only if he's Christian. If he's Christian, he can finger bang, but not if.
Yeah, I didn't say all that.
Pretty much.
I like a little Bible study sometime.
We're going
to have Bible study, then we're going to have porno study. Right after Bible study is porno study.
Sarah's going to come by and see my etchings.
Speak on it, Hustle.
Hey, so I guess something that I've learned from being with somebody younger is to try to think of when I used to be younger and put myself in their shoes so I can understand things a little bit better and, see it from that perspective. I think a lot of women are at a disadvantage, though, because if you're with somebody older, you can't really put yourself in their perspective because you ain't never been there before.
It's true.
It can kind of trip them up. There's a lot of things that they may want, but at the same time, they don't know how to get it, so they don't even know how to motivate the man to that place to give them what they want. It's a predicament.
It is a predicament. Like in my case, the youngster was one of them old soul types. Very ambitious and motivated and organized in her mind. Very linear, like from here to there. That's where we're going kind of vibe. It's rare that you find that. So all I know is as an older brother, like for instance, just because and then when you factor in the maturity thing, you get some older people who are slow starters in terms of their life. Like you could get that overlap where they're older and they do have experience, but they haven't reached the full potential of what it is that they're trying to do or be about. But then you can run into a younger person with an old soul that might be further along than the older person that they're attracted to. And then the younger person is now in a way in an instruction kind of capacity. She's like an instructor. Hey, you need to be doing this. Hey, you should be doing that by this time. This should be happening. It's more like an organizer of that person's life. I mean, that happens sometimes, and they overlap that way. Hustle, what do you think?
But I just have to ask the question, if that happens, what's the motivation for being with that person?
But see, remember, whenever you say motivation, that implies agenda. You can't be motivated for nothing. So motivation automatically comes with agenda. And remember, when the agenda leads, the relationship gets dragged. So sometimes the attraction has nothing to do with the agenda, but the agenda winds up taking center stage and dragging the relationship. See, so remember, there's your maturity and your responsibility for developing it. Then there's your partner, his maturity or her maturity and her responsibility for developing it. Then there's the relationship as a whole and its agenda. You got to get your agendas on the same page. You got to get your development. It's hard to get your development on the same page because guess what? You might understand something quicker than your partner. You might get something the moment you saw it, the moment you read it, the moment you experienced it. But your partner may not get it for a year, 2 years. Might be delayed. Oh, shit. Yeah, I've been trying to tell you. Remember when we was at Whoop-de-Whoop? So, you see what I'm saying? So you have to follow that too, because people in relationship, just because we share an experience doesn't mean we experience it the same way.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You see what I'm saying? So then when you throw the age in it, how you tell a younger person you're making the wrong decision?
I guess from what I'm taking from it, from what you're saying is, the relationship has a purpose on its own, and we just have to find our own true self within it. You see what I'm saying?
There it is. There it is. There it is. Hey, Hustle, man. Shit.
Brother.
I love this motherfucker right
I
here.
love every time he calls.
Hustle! Hey, man, you got fans. You know that, right? Some girl was like on YouTube, I want to meet Hustle. You can't hustle this box on YouTube. Now leave Hustle alone. Hey, good call, brother.
On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sure.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
I'm out of here.
This shit is crazy right now. We got another caller on the line. Caller. We don't? That's Boost Mobile? I'm sure. Boost Mobile calls every week for all of the shows and never gets through. Caller! You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hey, what's happening, Zo? This is Brandon out of Dallas again.
Brandon out of Dallas. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I had a question for you. You know, with your experience, I know you said you dated a younger lady.
Yeah.
I mean, but your maturity level obviously didn't change. It didn't regress. You know, do you think it's different when a woman dates a younger guy?
Yeah. And the women are here. I think they should answer that. But if you wanted my vote, I would say yes.
Yes.
Women regress when they date a type of man.
Right.
Yes. But they can disagree. Of course, Angry Smurf is going to disagree. Angry, go ahead.
I don't think so. I think, like, if depending on the person, like, you have to stop yourself from, like, I don't think a woman will, like, regress just because she likes the guy that...
Y'all coochies mold to our member.
Well, I don't care.
And so does your spirit.
I don't care that much. It's no, like, sex ain't that important for me to, like,
Yes,
go
it
backwards.
is.
No, not for me.
Okay, sex is a spiritual component. Let's read the...
But to regress?
Yes.
I think I disagree.
Especially if you're consuming semen.
Okay. All right. Well, I would say
it like that.
I would say for me, when I dated younger, I definitely went through a phase of I'm just gonna have fun. I'm not gonna think about, the things that would help me grow. I just wanted to have fun, and so in that way, it's not that I necessarily regress, but I definitely remained stagnant. Like I didn't learn anything. I just had a good time. So and if you're remaining stagnant and life is moving, then I guess that is regression.
See what I mean?
No. Because the reason why I'm saying no is because, like, if you're going to use it for that, that's as much as it is. Like, you're not allowing that guy or that person to be important enough to cause you to regress. You're just using it for the sex and then moving on. Like, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. Like, I'm still making moves at what I need to do. And, like, when I need you, I call you, and that's about it.
But in terms of the emotional connection and support and what you can gain from a relationship, and honestly, it might speak more to maturity than to an actual age.
Mm-hmm.
But, for me, dating someone younger, their maturity was a lot less than mine. So, in that way, emotionally, I wasn't getting what I would have out of someone who might have been older.
I see.
Man, that was a great question, brother. I appreciate it. That was heat.
Oh, it's no problem. Oh, ain't no thing, Zo. I mean, that's what I'm here for. You test the ladies. Man, we test y'all, man. We love y'all down here in Dallas.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate the call, man.
It's all good, man. Y'all be good, man.
We're talking about dating older and younger. Age ain't nothing but a number. Could you love someone enough to change their depends in old age? Could you love someone enough to transition into their wife, lover, and caregiver?
Isn't that the definition of love? Like, that shouldn't be age-related. Like, that is love.
I'm asking, could you do it?
Yes. Absolutely. Like, I'm not answering for them, but, like, how I was raised, like, that's an expectation. That's what marriage means to me. Like, when my grandma had her heart attack, we were changing her 3-inch deep wounds in her stomach. Like, so.
But that's
like,
grandma.
Right.
No, but I'm just saying, for my husband or my significant other, like, if that's how we're vibing, if that's the status of our relationship, there are for me, like, I know what my limit is. Like, it depends ain't literally, like, no pun intended, but ain't no shit to me, like, for real. Like, so.
It depends ain't no shit.
So you would have a husband now that you would change his depends.
I'm not going out of my way to marry like a 70-year-old man, but if I was with somebody and they got in an accident and I needed to change their diaper because they were injured, like that's what it was. That's why like people understand with like my transition to like getting divorced. Like if something like that happened to my then husband, nothing would have stopped me from doing anything for him, changing a diaper, like lifting him up, carrying him. If he couldn't speak, and like I would have been there. I would have stayed.
I agree with that. I think, we're having this conversation about age, but there is an element of this because we're talking about love. Mm-hmm. And like when you really get to what love is, it is always the caveat. So if you really love somebody, it doesn't matter how old they are. And so when we're talking about whether age matters or not, like, of course, we can talk about it in the context of the way that we live our lives in society and like the rules and like the legal limits and things like that. But honestly, if you fall for somebody, that chemistry is there and it's a connection that is beyond what you can even explain.
So can we talk about the rarity of that?
It's very rare. And when that happens, for me, if I come across something like that, I don't care how old they are. Okay, legally though, there's a legal thing because no one's going to jail. Right. But when something that real happens, I don't think you can deny it.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've already outlined love is rare. So if love is rare, that means most of the relationships we're in are bullshit anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So let's just deal with that. Like I said, most younger women are dating an older man for specific reasons. Sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's whatever deficit that they didn't get from pops or whatever they've modeled in their home, they get that. And same with men. A lot of times, younger men date older women because they got mama issues. That older woman might be some kind of composite of mama. Some old weird Oedipus shit going on. Like, for real.
Yeah. No.
Like, for real. Like, you gotta take, it's almost like you gotta take unconditional love off the table because it's that rare. Watch this. Young women, I want to date an older man because I can learn something from him. Then you're ambitious. That makes you mercenary.
Yes, I accept.
You're ambitious. You're not fucking with him. You fucking with his mind, what he knows, his experiences. Absolutely. He's a resource. That's why you fucking with him. Right? Right? So you're not really interested in him. You're interested in what he's been through. And you want to glean from that. So let's just be honest about that. And then a lot of women get ambitious or ambition mixed up with maturity. They think because they're ambitious, they're somehow mature.
Right.
True.
No.
Exactly. Goes
first off, ambition is a type of thirst.
Right.
Because you're in the mindset of getting. Anybody that's in the mindset of getting is empty. They're trying to fill it by getting. Right?
Right.
So let me get with someone who's experienced more so I can get from them. The Bible says in all you're getting, gain understanding.
Yes.
It's a lot of motherfuckers that are trying to accumulate, but they're not accumulating understanding.
Right.
These are the real questions you need to ask. Like, what are you here for?
Right.
I've already told you, young energy is cool energy. Right? Young energy is vibrant. It reinvigorates. We talked about it earlier. You can mold a little, but only a little.
Right.
But only a little. Because if you're molding based off of fallacy, you're also molding future disrespect when they get hip to you. Right? That's like, nigga, pulling the curtain back. You the Wizard of Oz. You back here on a bicycle pulling levers, my nigga. I thought the smoke was real.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then that sends her out into the world as a bitter person. Watch this. Especially if the shit was wrapped around something really meaningful. Like you could take a really meaningful nugget of truth and wrap it in some bullshit. And that shuts down the meaningful truth too. Because it's got bullshit on it. Oh, you... I thought I would just go in a little bit because y'all was fucking around. Right?
No, I definitely agree. Because even going back to that like experience I had, saying like, but he still did childish things, even though he was so career driven and had a lot going for himself. He was still mentally, that didn't make him mature just because he had a career. So,
But see, this is why I keep trying to tell y'all, like, y'all young, like, fuck the age. It's really self-realization. That's what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And you can't find self-realization in a man or a woman until you find it in you first.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to have a certain level of spiritual self-awareness to be able to recognize. Self-awareness could walk right by you and you wouldn't even feel it if it isn't developed to a certain degree in your being. That's the real maturity. A certain kind of mental, emotional, and spiritual maturity. The physical maturity happens when the girl starts bleeding and the boy starts getting hard.
Right.
That's when that happens. But that spiritual, emotional, and mental maturity, that's journey. That's experience-based. You see what I'm saying? And when I say experience, it's really self-experience. You know how many people experience shit but are not watching themselves as they experience? Mm-hmm. They watch the experience, but they don't watch themselves as they experience. Mm. This is why relationship, in my opinion, for the most part, taking love off the table makes people mercenaries. Because everybody is here for something. What can I get from this situation?
Right. So I have a question. So for self-actualized men, no matter how old you are, I'll just call you a man because most likely you are if you're self-actualized. So for a self-actualized man, would he seek someone younger if they aren't self-actualized? Because you're saying if a woman is looking for something, then, or if anyone's looking for something, then they're empty in that regard. So what does a self-actualized man want or desire in someone else?
That's very interesting. And I don't think it's about want or desire if we're talking about self-actualization.
Okay.
Because gravitation comes into play. Certain people come into your life just organically. This is why I don't buy it when I hear motherfuckers say, I ain't looking. Yes, the fuck you are.
Yeah.
At a certain spiritual developmental level, you're looking. Mm-hmm. At a higher self-actualized level, you're not looking, you're magnetizing.
Right. Well,
you're not trying to do nothing. It's coming because. Just because. It's the difference between demand and command. Mm-hmm. Demanding is please give it because I ain't got it. Okay, I'm demanding.
But once you're in the relationship, what are you getting from it?
Well, watch this. That's one thing that is never preempted. Self-curriculum, relationship is designed to deliver that shit to you all the time. Without fail. You cannot be in a relationship and not get your textbook in the form of reflection. You just can't. And if you're not getting it, it's because you're ignoring it, you're throwing the shit down, you're walking away from it. And I'm not saying walking away from the relationship, I'm saying walking away from the reflection. You're not being accountable for what's coming back to you. So now you got to look at There are older dudes out there who know younger sisters that might be interested in them because of the wealth of knowledge they may have. Then they use the knowledge to manipulate.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I ain't finna tell you that. You ain't ready for that. You know what I mean? You got to show me. Show me what you bout. You want this shit? Am I lying?
No.
So again, your intuition, we talked about this the last show. Your intuition can tell you when somebody is, watch this, manipulating you with meaning. You want the meaning, but you don't want to be manipulated in order to get it.
Yes. Right.
Older women are like that too. Older ladies, call in right now. You've manipulated a young nigga. You only want his dick, but he's falling for you because of what you are.
Right.
Or my life. This
Because-
is my life in LA. Thank you.
Right, because of just your vibe. You bring in something to him that is devoid in him. He don't know it's there, but he thinks it's not. You're giving him something from you that's not just sexual, it's nurturing. Make him feel like, damn, she got me.
All right.
I got this older one, my nigga. Shit cold in the mother, my nigga. But she like, okay, I gotta find a way to detach from this nigga. Is oof.
Yeah.
Or you just say it like, I need space, and then don't ever call them again. That's my strategy.
And that's what I meant earlier when I was saying that to you. It's like once, as far as like the regression, like where I'm not gonna consciously regress myself, so I'm not even gonna take it to a serious enough level to where I'm gonna seriously date someone like that, because I'm not gonna regress.
But if you're involved
And
in
that's
any
when you're
way,
using them.
but if you're involved in any way, you're around that person, you're spending time with them. I mean, time is one of the things that you will never get back, and time also is the thing that creates who you are each moment as it goes on. So if you're spending time and that energy is manifesting in yourself, like you're gonna start picking up on it.
Well, I was
How
gonna
much
say
time am I spending? Like, I'm just using you for one thing. I'm not really hanging out with you.
Yeah, but then what kind of person does that in turn make you if you're using someone?
I love the unaffected woman.
I don't think that exists.
I don't think that exists either, because at some level you are affected. Like for me,
The unaffected woman is the easiest woman to conquer.
well, so that's why I said I don't know if it exists, because for me, like with the younger guys or just like men in general, when like they see your energy, that's like the number one thing I hear in LA is like, oh, we love your energy, like you're not like anything else. And at first I was like, is this a line? But like literally, like everybody has said this thus far, so I'm like, this is weird, but whatever. But they're like, you're so, especially with the younger guys, like you're so motivated, you've accomplished so much, like oh my god, like they see like I didn't even know that was possible, you know, like, oh, you're this thing that I didn't think was possible, you have similar goals as me, similar aspirations, and you've already done them, so they get really captivated by that. But like, okay, so in my head I already categorized you as like, this is what happens, you like me more than I like you, right? And it might not just be sex, like, yeah, homie, you're cool, but like I'm not in love with you, like this isn't like, I don't really want to meet your mama right now, like you going too quick, homie. But they'll fall for you, and that's when you realize, like as an older woman with a younger dude, like what do you do? Like some women will manipulate that, like yeah, I'll just keep you around and you'll keep smashing and whatever. Me, like maybe it's just where I'm at with like the self-actualization, like I do value that you have time and that I don't want to feel like I am using you, because I've been in that, I've felt that vibe too. So, yeah, I'll just end it like, you're cool, and yeah, maybe your sex is like, okay, but, like, I don't want, like, you could spend this time with someone who really likes you back as much as you like them. Yeah. So I'm going to be respectful enough to be like, deuces.
Yeah. No, yeah, obviously, but I'm just
And a lot of women ain't respectful.
That's true.
A lot of people ain't respectful.
Right.
Listen, do you know how complicated a situation can get when you just refuse to leave it?
Yes.
Yes.
Bored.
I'm an example of that frustration.
Man,
so yes, if it's over, just let it be over.
Let it go.
It's painful when you just drag on something that
and
don't
also,
need to be dragged on.
Because like, I don't think we realize how connected we are, not just to like each other, but ourselves and our minds and our thoughts and what we let into our bodies. And you know, when you start to think certain things, you let certain people into your life, the universe will then mold itself around what your thoughts are and around the environment that you're creating, and then start circling in that direction. So even if you don't like someone and you've kind of compartmentalized them and said, you know, you're just this person in my life, the universe doesn't really know that.
Go ahead, finish.
And when I say the universe, I'm just talking about like the law of attraction of like your mind and how your mind can manifest itself into your environment and your behaviors. And so if you're spending time with someone, most likely you might spend time with them again and spend time with them again. And
Who's
then you
the
spend time with them
freakiest?
again.
I need to know. Who's the freakiest? The cougar or the kitten?
I was going to just say the woman in both situations.
We already know. Your ass was watching.
I think they're kinky in different ways. Like, the kitten brings, like, that energy, like you said, but a cougar is always going to bring the experience. And that's the difference. Like, for me, like, if I'm choosing to, like, mess with the older guy or younger guy, and again, not necessarily younger than me, but maybe younger than the older guy, is like, what flavor are you looking for? Like, yeah, like, the benefit to older guys is not even necessarily, like, older guys don't, all those cliches aren't true. Like, it's not like every older guy like, can't last long and don't have a high libido, blah, blah, blah. But generally speaking, older men have figured out how to hit that spot, you know, like, or what a spot is. Or even care that you come to. Like, okay? Like, generally speaking, young dudes is just getting their own. If they figured out how to make you come, now they're like, okay, we're going to get it together. Older men sometimes are like, really like, I know there's a benefit to helping you get yours. So, like, the time is usually just spent differently. Like, young guys, generally speaking, always in generalities, of course, like, even if they have the vitality and they can throw that thing, like, it's just in a different style than an older guy.
Cougar.
I was going to say the cougar, like, thinking about it, because I've heard situations where guys say, you know, younger girls, they just lay there. They don't even do nothing. So, as far as their experience, I think that the cougar will probably give a little bit more because she does have a little bit more of a drive. But she would give it to the younger guy.
She definitely got tricks.
But not the, you know.
And she's
Cougar tricks, call in. Tell us your tricks. I got these cherries I use.
Well, like, an older lady knows what the heck a Kegel muscle is. Like, ask an 18-year-old what a Kegel muscle is. She's going to be like, a what? These 18-year-olds don't even know what an ovary is half the time. Like, you don't know your own body. So how are you going to know, like, the ins and outs of a quality sexual relationship when you don't know your own body?
Wow.
Just because you can move that Kegel ain't going to make it time.
Well,
that's a little
today was an amazing topic. I had a great time. Who's your favorite celebrity MILF?
Ooh,
J-Lo. J-Lo is amazing.
Yeah, that's some peanut butter Rican.
I was keeping it in the race.
I mean, Halle Berry's my life, so she's winning that all.
Okay, Halle Berry. Yeah. Who else?
I mean, she's
I like Padma Lakshmi.
Oh, she won
it. Jesus.
Padma, the host on Top Chef. The Indian woman.
Okay.
Padma Lakshmi. I mean, Jada's holding it down, but she's a tiny little lady.
Yeah.
Tamia looks really good.
Oh, Tamia looks really good.
Tamia's
best.
What about...
Nicole Murphy.
Oh,
I forgot. That's number one. Nicole Murphy's number one, actually.
She is number one. Good God.
I think Claudia Jordan is looking really nice.
She's not a MILF.
She has kids?
I mean, she's in her 40s.
But she's still not a MILF.
Isn't it a MILF and
What's a
mother I
MILF?
would like to...
Yeah.
Just say it.
She's a cougar.
Okay, she's a cougar.
She's not a MILF.
All right, fine.
But Nicole Murphy has 5 kids.
Okay, really quickly. What would be the Silver Fox? Who's your favorite Silver
Rick Fox, hands down. Rick Fox.
Pretty Ricky is what they call him.
Probably Idris.
Idris is life, so this is true.
That's
but I mean, I have a soft spot for Denzel just in life in general. Like, Just like, yeah.
I never understood that one.
Yes.
Do it.
Mm-mm.
I will always love Denzel.
I never got the Denzel.
No?
Never.
Whole life.
He cool. But, like, that's about it. Like, him and Will Smith, they're just, like, funny.
Boris Kojo.
No.
Boris
I don't like
isn't
light
that
skin.
old.
That's
Now
he's
she's
kids.
banging on light skin.
Because I'm light. I don't want to match.
He's too pretty.
Okay, we gotta end the show.
She don't want to match.
Okay, we gotta go now. On the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, we have to leave on that. Listen, we'll be back here. We'll be back here on Monday with all new topics for the week. The Voice of Reason and the So What Morning Show. So What Morning Shows air 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on DASHTALK-Radio this Monday. And, of course, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 to 7 p.m., you get the Voice of Reason with these beautiful, wonderful people right here. Great stuff. Appreciate everybody who called in. I'm about to bounce like bad checks. Don't forget to get your copy of The Relationship Dismount and pre-order your copy of The Holographic Relationship. Zoe Williams, I'm out. Deuces.